We begin with breaking news at 11 and the arrest of a Torrance police officer accused of possessing child sexual abuse material. LAPD detectives making that arrest today at the Torrance Police Department. Detectives with the LAPD and Torrance PD say the investigation led them to 23-year-old officer Evan Robert Dahl. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children first alerted detectives in March that child sexual abuse material had been uploaded from a Torrance address using a social media platform. That tip leading local investigators to Officer Dahl. Detectives say they seized more evidence at Dahl's Torrance home today, and they're also seeking additional victims of child exploitation in this case. Meanwhile, Dahl, now a former Torrance police officer, has been released from custody.
First tonight, new information on a state police arrest of a Pontiac police sergeant.
According to Pontiac's police chief, Sergeant Robin Bohm, a 20-year veteran with the department, was arrested Sunday. He's also now on administrative leave.
Sunday morning, Pontiac police received a call of a physical domestic situation between Bohm and his minor child on Diller Street. Pontiac police brought in state police to investigate since a police sergeant is involved. Troopers took Bohm to the LaSalle County Jail.
State police tell us their investigation continues and no more information is being shared at this time. We have also reached out to the Livingston County State's attorney. They do confirm a special prosecutor is handling that case.
A law enforcement officer is headed to prison after being sentenced for sexually abusing young women. Former Hialeah Police Sergeant Jesse Menocal Jr. will spend 3 years locked up.
CBS 4's Peter Dench joins us live from the federal courthouse in Miami with reaction from one of his victims. And Peter, that victim certainly had a lot to say.
She certainly did, Ted. And the woman known as victim number 1 is speaking out for the first time. She said that she felt compelled to do so after Menocal pleaded guilty in March. Now, the federal judge in this case said that Menocal undermined the work of other police officers.
He betrayed the trust. He betrayed the city of Hialeah police. He betrayed all the victims.
24-year-old Maylee DaCosta says she was one of the 3 victims who were sexually assaulted by former Hialeah Police Sergeant Jesus Menocal while he was on duty. How difficult has it been living?
It was very difficult. I've been dealing with this for more than 7 years, and still here we are.
The victims told federal prosecutors they were assaulted during a 7-month period between 2014 and 2015. Menocal, a married father of 2 children, pleaded guilty to 3 counts of depriving women of their rights under the color of law and received the maximum sentence of 36 months.
I came here to provide justice and closure, and we received that. We finally took someone off the street soon that won't be harming us. Took advantage of young minors, used his badge to overrule his powers and go with his own gratifications.
Menocal's attorneys asked that he be given probation, saying he had no criminal history and was a good police officer. But a federal prosecutor said he had to be held accountable. DaCosta said she felt compelled to come forward.
Because if it wasn't me, no one else would have came forward.
Outside court, as he stood in front of Menocal's mother and father, family spokesman Jeff Giordano had a message from them.
Jesse would like to extend thanks to all of his friends and family that stood behind him during this trying time. Why did he take this plea to bring us where we're at today? Well, this case so far has cost Jesse and his family hundreds of thousands of dollars to defend.
He will know, he will have time to reflect when he goes behind bars.
Now, Menocal will also be on a year of supervision after his release. His family hopes that will be at a prison nearby. He'll have to turn himself in 60 days.